Ever stared at your phone, expecting that little boost from Beforepay, only to be met with a dreaded decline? You're not alone. It's a frustrating experience, especially when you're counting on that extra cash to tide you over. So, what gives? Why does Beforepay sometimes say no? Let's dive into the common reasons behind those declines and what you might be able to do about it. One of the most frequent culprits is your linked bank account activity. Beforepay analyzes your recent transaction history to assess your repayment ability. They're looking for consistent income deposits that demonstrate you have the funds to pay back the advance on your next payday. If your income is irregular, if there are significant gaps between deposits, or if the deposit amounts fluctuate wildly, Beforepay might see this as a higher risk. Similarly, frequent overdrafts or negative balances in your account can raise red flags, suggesting potential difficulties in managing your finances. Another crucial factor is your outstanding balance with Beforepay. If you already have an active advance that hasn't been fully repaid, you'll typically be ineligible for a new one. Beforepay needs to ensure that existing obligations are met before extending further credit. Think of it like any other lending service. You usually can't get a second loan until the first one is in good standing. Beforepay also considers the amount you're requesting in relation to your income and spending habits. If you're asking for a significant portion of your typical paycheck, or if your recent spending patterns suggest you might struggle to repay, your request could be declined. They aim to provide advances that are manageable for your financial situation, minimizing the risk of you falling into debt. Sometimes, the issue might not be directly related to your financial situation but rather to the information you've provided. Incorrect or outdated bank account details can lead to a decline, as Beforepay needs to accurately verify your income and facilitate repayment. Make sure the account you've linked is active, in your name, and that all the details are correct. Similarly, if there are discrepancies in your personal information, this could also trigger a decline as part of their security measures. Beyond these common reasons, Beforepay, like any financial service, uses its own internal algorithms and risk assessment models. These models take into account various factors, some of which might not be immediately obvious. While they don't publicly disclose the intricate details of these models to prevent fraud and maintain their competitive edge, it's important to understand that a decline doesn't necessarily mean you've done anything wrong. It simply means that, based on their internal criteria at that specific time, they're unable to approve your request. What can you do if your Beforepay is declined? First, carefully review the notification you received. It might provide a specific reason for the decline. Double-check your linked bank account details and ensure they are accurate and up-to-date. If you suspect inconsistencies in your income deposits or frequent overdrafts, focusing on stabilizing your finances and improving your bank account health could increase your chances of approval in the future. Ensure any outstanding balances are fully repaid. While you can try requesting a smaller amount, addressing the underlying reasons for the initial decline is generally more effective in the long run. Keep in mind that repeatedly requesting advances in quick succession after a decline might not improve your chances and could even have the opposite effect. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.